Good morning, guys. So, I was asked again to show our prepper room. Okay, here we go again. I did update our medical containers, and we do have an extra bathroom, and that is all the drawers in the extra bathroom. Those are full. Those are what we will use first, and then the medical preps I have now in the prepper room, those will be used when the ones in the bathroom are depleted. So come with me, let me show you what I did. Okay, I feel like I showed this video 5,000 times. All right, so I really utilize tubs and bins, okay? Now, this is the flour and stuff that I use currently, and when I run out of that, I take it out of these. These are my long-term backups, okay? So I've got my regular pancake mix, my gluten-free mixes. These are all the packaged mixes, and these are hubby's snacks. And I say hubby because I don't like any of them. I've got my pudding and Jell-O. I took them out of the boxes. It saved me so much space. Cornmeal, my masa, powdered sugar, brown sugar, which includes store-bought and the brown sugar that I make, flour, and that's our raw sugar. Okay, and then over here, I've got all of our bug sprays and stuff on the bottom. And in here is the coffee, tang, tea, and cocoa. And let me show you because I've had some questions on this. See how I do this in these bags? So I've got all that in there in all those bags. Let me show you what else I have in there. This was coffee we got from the food bank. I forgot I had it. So these are some, what's this? Oh, these are those expensive cocos. I can't remember where they're from. Land O'Lakes. So I have quite a bit of those. This is the commercial Nestle's hot cocoa, like you get at Denny's and stuff. These are those big, huge bags. More Tang. What's in here? Oh, this is the, yeah, that's what that is. Okay. Shove that back in there, if I can get all this back in there. This is the coffee from Dollar Tree. So like I said, when we run out of stuff, we have everything in phases. And when we run out of it, then it comes out of the bins. Uh-oh. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, I've got extra gloves. I've got my gardening sleeves here from Farmer's Defense. I keep all my rings on a hanger. These are all my strainers. It's kind of self-explanatory. So this is the stuff that I redid up here. I have all kinds of instruments in here. I have instruments that are sterilized in jars. I don't know if you've seen a video in I think it was the last year or so. I sterilize my instruments and I leave them in quart jars just in case they have to be sterilized. I also have my sterile water. So when you're canning and you don't have a full batch, add jars of water. You might need them for formula or medical or anything. Always have a few jars of sterilized water on hand. The one up on top is all my medications. Not mine, but they're extra. They're all self-explanatory. These are my cleaning products, shampoos, wipes. These are all my appliances. This is my mill grinder. I got it for free on Facebook Marketplace. Well, I haven't been on Facebook for many, many years, so that tells you how long I've had it. You can adjust the fineness of it also on this side. Bread maker, KitchenAid, steamer juicer. This is my steamer canner. These are all my KitchenAid tools down here. My food saver, bags, paper plates, my canning, for my freezer meal containers, and that's extra foil and stuff. So down here is more cake mixes, and this is our snacks right now. It's got small bags of chips and Cheez-Its and stuff. Now this is purified water. And you're asking, why do you have purified water? Well, I have huge sinus problems. Let me see if I can get that clearer. There we go. So I have 2 cases of the Kirkland purified water in these little 8-ounce containers. So I use purified water when we use our neti pot and stuff. You can use the you can drink it if you want. It's just something that we have on hand. So these black containers, like I've said before, these black containers, 99% of them, well, let's say 95%, is our freeze-dried food. Okay? The one on the bottom that says flour, rice, and beans, those are extra. So when we go through beans and rice and flour that are on the shelves and we run out, I take them from here and I restock down there. That's freeze-dried veggies, side dishes like mashed potatoes. These are our freeze-dried dinners. Freeze-dried snacks such as strawberries, bananas, apples, things like that. These are sweets that I buy that we put in the food saver bags. They're anywhere from Tootsie Rolls to whatever you like. These are all my spices. These are all those very large spice containers. This is our long-term breakfast. We don't have a lot of long-term breakfast. As long as you have oatmeal, you're good to go. So this is our oils and our propane. And we started using this clean heat for our oil lamps in the house because it doesn't leave any black soot. A little on the expensive side. You don't normally, when you use lamp oil, you can smell it. It's just like, ugh. It's like that kerosene stuff. So right here it says no odor when burning, less smoke and soot, and it's safer than the kerosene. It is a little pricier, but the kerosene smell gives me a headache. Okay, so this is all of our number 10 long term. And yes, I do use this. I do use this. When I run out of, say, my freeze-dried bell peppers, I open this can. If I want to make some French bread really quick, I just open this can. We have a lot of grain. So these are all the number 10. And I write the dates on them and I write when I open them. This is extra toilet paper. Now these are my binders, guys. I'm going to do a separate video on that, but you've got to make sure you have binders. You have to, because we lose power all the time. We were evacuated, and when we had to run out of here, I grabbed my binders, and every single thing we needed was in those binders. My husband was very, very surprised. So these are our maps. We keep maps up. If there's a fire, we mark where it's at. We can see what's happening. We like having that. We like having these maps up, and especially the trails. So we have a couple TVs in here. Most of them we don't watch TV in here. This is our emergency room. So this is all of our trails that we can escape from on the quads and stuff. So it's just a really nice thing to have is your topographical maps. Now this binder here is nothing but topographical maps. ham radio, crib notes, extra water. There is my preserved eggs. That jar is full now. I have to start another jar. Freeze-dried and extra items. Even Brussels sprouts, we freeze-dried them. They're good to throw in when you're making soups and stews. It's a really good source of fiber. Your kids won't even know they're eating Brussels sprouts. This here, this is horseradish. I freeze-dried dollops of horseradish. Perfect. Dill pickle powder. Really good on popcorn. So it's got kale, watermelon, pineapple, mushrooms. I mean, just anything. Avocado. This avocado, when you freeze dry it, just takes a couple drops of water and it reconstitutes beautifully. Beautifully for guacamole. Okay, so these are all the carrots that I just canned. This is my roasted tomato. You can kind of see what it is. We're down to about 10 things of soup. I've got to make more soup this year. More things up here with preservatives. And yes, we've gotten into the M&Ms. We can't leave bags of potato chips up there. Our cat, Tom, rips them open and eats them. So we have to keep them. I'm going to have to start putting them in a container. So this is just kind of basic stuff. And I don't spend a lot. Like these Special Ks. I like Special K. They were 99 cents a piece clearance at Grocery Outlet. That's how I ended up with so many of them. These here, Dollar Tree. These are really good. I mean, I do make my own stuff, but once in a while, I just want to open a box or a can and call it a day. All this peanut butter, yes, there is a label on it, but all this peanut butter, I made it and I put it into these containers. This is homemade peanut butter. More Azure food. These are black beans. I'm all fully stocked up on black beans now. I don't need to do any more black beans for the rest of the year. But I do need to do pinquitos because I'm totally out of pinquito. Applesauce. These were done with apples that I got at the food bank. I'm down to 1 can of bacon, and I'm going to be making a video very shortly when we get back from vacation. I'm going to be showing you guys how I can my bacon. So these are gluten-free packages down here, like the Pamela's mixes, more oatmeal. This is rice-a-roni and stuff. Now in here we have just rice and sorghum. My son got these when he worked at a mill, and I absolutely love these. They hold everything beautifully. This one over here is just beans. This is just an extra freezer. All of our Scott towels. I used to use cloth and wash them all. I'm done with that. I'm not doing that anymore. I found it that between either putting these in the trash or washing, I had more to wash and it used more water, and normally we are on a drought up here. So that's where I decided to go back to the paper towels. And most of the paper towels, I don't put them in my trash. I put them in my compost. So they just go out in my compost ball out in the yard, and bing, bada, boom, they're done. Okay? Table of amendments. And I guess many people don't know any of them, so you need to get this and read it. You'd be surprised. Especially our people in D.C. Don't get me started. Okay, so now we have 2 clocks. One for West Coast, one for East Coast. I have my mushroom chart up here. Now in here is our drinks and other stuff. This dresser holds my baking, all my little baking supplies, all the small little packages, rice, flavorings and things like that. Holds all that stuff. So all these are full. These are my seed packages, my long-term, short-term, and flour. This is our new incubator. These are all the Mylar bags that my son just bought me. Juices and juices. Okay, I have way too many grape juices and berry juices. So when we get back from vacation, 3/4 of these are going to be turned into jelly. It's just pure juice, no sugar, no nothing. So I'm going to be turning them into jelly because I'm out of any berry jelly and I'm out of grape jelly. So these will be used, and I'm going to be using the oldest dates first. Coffees. Now you guys, what is that doing there? You guys saw this. Somebody gave me all these K-cups. I put them in. I saved these from Relish. That's what's in there. Up here is all of my extra canning jars. It's not all of them, but it's the ones that I can grab really, quickly in the house. And then our cat food. This is our winter bucket that we keep the propane lighters in, things like that. And then our winter rug that goes in front of the fireplace. My vacuum, my shampooer, extra buckets, my O-Cedar. This is 50 pounds of sugar back here, and it's not the sugar we eat. This is just the sugar. It's regular store-bought sugar. We use that for hummingbirds. There's a gas mask up here, just in case we need to grab it really quick. We have extra backpacks. Normally, the extra backpacks would be hanging all here. Our sons have been grabbing them and filling them with their supplies, so I need to restock on backpacks. Okay? And this is just a regular shower curtain cover that I have going over a closet. Okay, one more quick look. Now, I hope this gives you some ideas, guys. I really do. You can't do this in one day. You can't get all of this amount in one day. Don't look on YouTube or Instagram and think you have to have your pantry looking like this. Do not do that, because that's a bunch of bull. You do what you can do. If you can do 3 days of food, then you do 3 days of food. If you go to the store and buy a couple more things, then it goes to 4 days of food. You do what you can actually accomplish with the money you're bringing in, or with your food card or the food bank. Okay? Don't let people tell you can't go to the food bank, because that's baloney. That's baloney. I haven't been to the food bank in quite a few months. But I do volunteer. I do bring in our chicken eggs. I take in bags, things like that. And I was talking with them the other day. They have food that nobody's coming to get it. They don't know why. They're just over full with food, and nobody is utilizing the food bank that I go to. I mean, up here in my town, we have 3 food banks a month since we've had the fire. Okay, so there you go. I hope you see something that catches your eye. I hope you see something that gives you an idea. Don't be afraid to shop at Dollar Tree, because I shop at Dollar Tree. When I go shopping, I make a list and I go to 4 or 5 different stores. Now, when I look around here, I think to myself, oh, there's nothing that I need. Well, I always need to fill my freezer. So I'm always on the lookout for marked down meat, whether I need it for my freezer or I pressure can it. If you don't have room in your freezer, learn to pressure can it. It's super, super easy, guys. You wouldn't believe how easy it is to pressure can. I know it's very daunting. It looks very scary, but it's not. It's not. If you do it correctly, everything will be okay. I know a lot of you can't afford a freeze dryer. Get a dehydrator. You can find them at the Goodwill. I have 2 in my shed that I'm not even using. So if you have extra money, if you have a little on your food card, grab something. Don't just fill up on rice and beans and spaghetti, because most people, you don't like that. Stock up on the stuff that you are going to eat. Don't can stuff because you see someone canning it on Instagram or YouTube. And if you don't like it, don't can it. Don't. Do what your family likes. If you want to make your prepper pantry out of all Costco food, then do it. Don't worry about keeping up with all the pictures and all the videos that everyone's putting out. You do what you want. I get crap every time from people when they see all this. The first thing they tell me, oh, look at all that processed food. Well, you know what? If shit hits the fan and if that's all that I have left to eat, you better damn well know that's what I'm eating. If people say, I only eat gluten-free. Well, you know what? When shit hits the fan, you might have to eat something besides gluten-free. Stop and think about it. Don't be picky. You can save for everything. I have gluten-free. I have a little bit of everything for anybody. But when it comes right down to it, you're going to eat what's in front of you because you're starving. So just do what your family likes. I like these little small bags of the Cheez-Its because we backpack and we put a couple of those little small pouches in our backpacks. And I know how many calories are in each little pack. It helps me keep, my weight. So anyway, I hope you found something. The main goal here, people, is to have a backup. That's the main goal. It's not to show who has the prettiest prepper room or who has the most stuff, because you can and have 10,000 jars. But are you going to eat them? We eat. We don't leave our stuff on the shelf. We eat what we can. We rotate it. We're constantly rotating it. I date it. The new stuff goes to the back. The older stuff comes to the front. If you're only canning because you're thinking the world's coming to an end, your food's going to go bad before the world comes to an end. Hopefully. So use what you have. Rotate your stock. Start small. At least start. If you just have a coat closet that has 2 coats in it, get rid of the coats. Put some shelves in that closet. You've got a pantry. Store the heavy stuff on the bottom, like the waters, and then just go from there. Get some Rubbermaid tubs that slide under a bed. But just do it. Just do it, guys. This is very scary times right now. Very, very scary. I mean, we could be wiped out with one nuke, and all this would be a waste. I pray to God that doesn't happen. We've got clowns running multiple countries right now, especially ours. We've got, we have communications. I'm not showing you everything that we have, but we have communications. We have self-protection. We have alarms. We have security. I'm not showing you all that. I'm focused on our prepper pantry, our prepper room right now. There's things in this room that I can't show you, that I wish I could. I wish I could talk about it, but it would endanger us. So anyway, get your prepper room started. Get your prepper coat closet started. Whatever you do, get it started, guys. So have a good rest of your weekend. We are on Maui watch. We're leaving just, less than 48 hours we're leaving. I wanted to get this kicked out. I'm trying to get some videos kicked out with some questions before we leave. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope it gave you some ideas. Be careful. Watch your surroundings everywhere you go. Restaurants, everywhere you go. Be safe. God bless.